Today I'm going to show you how to become a chocolate master, but this is not any old chocolate, this is tempered chocolate. I'm going to show you my secret weapon, which is bubble wrap. Let's get started. Take a big block and we're going to leave that to one side because we need that later and I'll explain why. And then we're going to take the rest of this and chop it into chunks, okay? And you want them to be the same size-ish, because if they melt kind of at different rates, it can affect kind of the speed of your tempering. So chop these up, try and get them into the roughly sized chunks, and then we can start to melt them. And tempering is basically the process of when you get a chocolate bar and you snap it and it makes that beautiful snapping sound, you know you've tempered it properly. So I'm going to scoop this up into my hand and we're going to move this over to a double boiler, okay? So drop that in, and now this is where we need to be quite careful, okay? So I've got a digital thermometer. I'm going to stir this chocolate until it reaches 47 degrees C. And then as soon as it hits that, we're going to take it off the heat. So keep a really close eye on this, stirring it, making sure it hits that temperature. Okay, brilliant. So that's at temperature now. What you want to do is pull this over and we're going to take this big block, okay? And it's important that it's in a big block because what this does now is it cools the chocolate down. So in order to temper, you need to bring it up to 47 and then down to 31. So this big block here is going to act like an ice cube almost. So if you put little lumps in, what's going to happen? It's going to melt too quickly and you're not going to be able to control the temper. So put that big block in and we're going to keep stirring and we're looking for this to hit 31 degrees and then our chocolate is tempered. Okay, love it. We're at temperature, so what we're going to do is make our bubble wrap chocolate. So pour this onto 2 pieces of bubble wrap. You can make these as big or as small as you want. So I'm going to spread this into the corners. Now this is the messy part. We're going to stick these 2 pieces together. So what you want to do is pick up one side and then gently flip it onto the other, like that. And we're going to put him into a tray and we're going to set that in the fridge, okay? So this takes about 15 minutes to set in the fridge. Okay, our gorgeous little chocolate bar is out the fridge. So I'm going to lift it up, and now this is the big reveal, okay? So you want to take a corner and pull this back. Look at this, and it should just come off pretty easily. So to pimp this thing out, I'm going to add a little bit of gold lustre dust. So you can get this pretty cheap online, and just dip a pastry brush in there, give it a dunk, and then we're just going to paint all over the top like this, because you want to make this look like the world's most expensive chocolate bar. So once you've given it its final dusting, I mean, have a look at that. It looks like an edible gold bar. So next time, before you start dumping all your bubble wrap, turn it into a chocolate bar, and you've also learned how to temper chocolate without losing your temper. Enjoy it.